Welcome into another one-on-one session here at OK Preps Media Day. I'm Michael Knight sitting down with Hilldale sophomore Evan Keefe, going into his sophomore season on the offensive and defensive line for Hilldale. Started a couple games last year as a freshman. Not very often, freshmen starting high school football. Let's go back to last season for you. Obviously, there was probably a lot to learn, a lot of new things that you weren't necessarily used to, but what was some of the biggest takeaways from last year and your experience playing with the varsity team?
Well, it was a lot bigger level competition from middle school games, and there was just a lot to be learned and a lot of improvement.
What was the biggest change as far as, obviously the competition, you go from, playing against kids your own age to, for you, you're dealing with, playing against, kids who are 17, 18 years old. What was something that you noticed from the beginning of the season to the end of the season that gave you some confidence going into the off season?
When I first started, I was a little nervous. I was kind of scared going up against the big boys, but towards the end, I realized I can kind of hang with them and just did everything I can.
Now, Hilldale had a first-year head coach last year. David Blevins takes over as the new head coach. So I got to think going into his second year, you guys are a little more used to what he's expecting, the system that he put in place last season. Obviously, this offseason was a little different with coronavirus, but at the same time, how much confidence do you guys have coming back with having that experience and knowing what your coach expects?
I think we're a lot more confident this year because this year our senior group is a very good group of kids, and we're kind of a little bit more used to the play style that our coach has given us.
When it comes to 4A football, it always seems like it's pretty wide open every single year. There's a lot of good competition in 4A, but specifically in your district, you got the defending state champs in that district with Poto. They won the gold ball last year. How excited are you guys to compete against some of the better teams? Not only do you have the defending champs, but Broken Bow is going to be good again. They're in your district. How excited are you to get, a shot at playing, the team that won it all last year?
I'm pretty excited. I think we'll have a lot better chance at them this year. We just have a lot more experience and a lot better players this year, a lot more experienced.
Now, what's something that you've been working on this offseason to improve? Obviously, you got your first taste of varsity football last year, but what's something that you've been trying to improve on going into your sophomore season?
I've really just been gaining weight, just a lot of eating, a lot of getting bigger, stronger, a lot of working out.
What's that menu looking like? What are you putting down as far as trying to? Obviously, you're trying to keep it all the right weight to gain. What does that daily menu look like for you?
Just a big old protein shake and a bunch of eggs.
I like it. Let's talk about this off season. Obviously, it's a lot different. We mentioned. Have you guys had to get creative with stuff that school's been closed down? Obviously they're opening back up. You're able to do some things again. But what did you guys have to do in March and April and things like that to get creative, to stay in shape?
Well, we downloaded this Rack app, and they would post our workouts on it, and they could see how much of the percentage we did of it, and we just had a bunch of different workouts. We had one for with weights and one for just using body weight, and we just worked out with that.
And now you play both sides of the ball, offensive line, defensive line as well. I always like asking this question. What do you like more, offense or defense?
Defense.
That's an easy answer for the lineman because you get to go after the quarterback. You're so used to protecting the quarterback on offense, but you finally get to let loose a little bit on the defensive side of the ball, get after him a little bit. Final question here. As you look at 2020, we mentioned, Class 4A, it's always so competitive. Weatherford is going to be good again. Wagner is going to be good. Poto, they're the defending champs. What has to happen for Hilldale to take that next step and, not only make it back to the playoffs, but potentially make a deep run once you get there?
One of the main things, we need to study a lot more and just study who we're going against and what they do, and just really being able to know what we do against them.
All right, well, Evan, thank you for sitting down with me today. Congratulations on making it onto the playing field as a freshman. Obviously, bright future for this young man. Good luck in 2020. Looking forward to seeing what Hilldale can do.
Thank you.
He's Evan Keefe. I'm Michael Knight, and this has been another one-on-one session here at OK Preps Media Day.